still feeling instantly familiar. And for the first
experience, the iconic lock and home screens are more personal and expressive than ever. Next, let's talk about another essential part of the iPhone experience.
Are right at your fingertips without having to switch views. Your favorites stay front and center, so you can start a call with just a tap.
So Apple just went ahead and finished wrapping up WWDC, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, they got a lot of cool little gems up in there, and I ain't gonna fake it to you as well. Normally I don't really tune into WWDC just because I know it's always just the same little things, but this year, and yes, iOS 26 is officially confirmed. This one right here has a total overhaul when it comes down to how we're gonna look at our iPhones, and also on top of that, a couple of different apps. And I think y'all gonna like them as well. So today we're just gonna talk about a couple great things that I think that you guys will also enjoy, just because I know for a fact I'm always love them. Let's go and get straight into the video. So the very first thing I do want to talk about is going to be the brand new design that we are going to be receiving for iOS 26. That right there is going to be the brand new liquid glass design, which it does go ahead and adapt the same exact user interface that's coming from the Vision OS, bringing it over to our phones, but also iPad OS, Watch OS, TV OS, and even this one right here took the cake. I ain't gonna lie to you, CarPlay. So I personally can't wait to, especially to go ahead and see, you know, this liquid glass feeling on all of these devices, just because I personally do have everything besides Apple TV OS or TV in general. Even though I think I may have it on my TV, I need to go do some research, something like that. But this whole entire overall design is just going to be straight up crazy. I'm like right here with it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do understand why they're doing the design, just because, like they said, the last major one was iOS 7. We was about to go on iOS, well, we on iOS 18 now. We was finna go to 19, but they said forget it, let's go ahead and do 26. So it makes sense, you know, we're in a different time, we're in a different feeling. This world is more modern and everything right now. So having like that liquid glass feeling, I think that's pretty much gonna be pretty cool. Now, in this liquid glass feeling, we're also gonna be able to use 3 different designs, which is currently the same one we do have right now, which is a daytime, dark time, but then they do have a new feature in here as well that's specifically made for the liquid glass, which is gonna be the all clear. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know, bro. Like, it's like, I think it look cool, but at the same exact time, it's just like, I'm cool with what I got right now. I like the design of how, you know, the phones look right now, but having the liquid glass, I guess it's gonna be, you know, a little bit more fancier or whatever. Now, what I personally think that they're doing, and this right here probably will make sense, especially since they're constantly upgrading, you know, the phones, making the screens bigger. The liquid glass, since it's gonna be like a translucent feeling to it, we're not gonna be able to use our apps, and they're gonna be able to use the full entire screen instead of like using certain parts of it. Even though that's available now, but some of their user interface we have right now for menus, I'm assuming that they're blocking, like, you know, I guess the websites that we're on, like our YouTube videos, Netflix, all that other good stuff. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. Now, the second thing I do want to bring up as well is going to be Apple Intelligence. Now, with Apple Intelligence, I don't know what they're doing with it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a very, very strong feeling that Apple Intelligence probably is going to get wiped out perhaps, and they're just going to go ahead and include ChatGPT strictly into iPhones or just Apple products in general. And the reason why I said this is because right now what they're doing is they're enhancing the visual intelligence that we already have in our iPhones, but basically now we're going to be able to take these screenshots or even like an object from a picture that we've taken, or we're looking at some item right now. We're going to be able to search these items up via ChatGPT all through the phone. So you really don't need the app on your phone anymore, in my personal opinion, just because you can literally search it up. You can even ask Siri to search something up on ChatGPT right now for you. My thing is this: ChatGPT is AI, Apple Intelligence is its own AI thing. What is the biggest differences between both? Well, we do know for a fact ChatGPT got a lot of more information, but Apple Intelligence, it feels like all that is doing is pretty much giving us a visual AI function, such as like creating Gen emojis, meme emojis, all that good stuff. I don't know. You let me know what you guys think about that one. Now, the other thing I do want to mention up as well, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I think this right here is probably my favorite feature. This is going to be a all new overhaul into the iPhone's phone app. Now, with the phone app, they're going to be including 2 great features. I think that the whole whole world, everybody that uses Apple products will love, just because it's in the phone and it's Apple. Come on now. It's going to be Hold Assist. Now, you guys know, like you said, well, if you guys watch WWDC, they were already telling y'all, you know, we on the phone with these people or whatever. You know, we got to be put on hold for like hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Even my job right now, I work at, when I got to call like vendor support, I got to be on hold for like 2 or 3 hours on my phone. I'm just like, bro, I'm tired of hearing your music. Let's just cut it off. Like, I'll be like, bro, can you just mute me or something like that instead of putting me on hold? But the good thing is, with this new iOS 26 update, that's exactly what we're going to be getting. It's called Hold Assist. Now, this right here is going to be able to detect the hold music. It's going to put the call on hold while we're still actually on the call. But in that case, we'd actually be able to use our phone and not have to worry about hearing all that music crap anymore. That's perfect. Like I said, that's one of my favorite features. Not gonna lie. Also, on top of that, once it does put the phone on hold, like I said, the call will be held in the background. But then as soon as they realize that the hold music is gone, your phone would then ring, so you can go ahead and pick up that phone and go back into doing whatever you need to do on that phone. Now, the other feature I do want to talk about that they did bring up as well is going to be called call screening. This right here is probably going to be cool, but I'm like, I guess so, because basically what it does is this. Anytime we get like the spam likely calls, which is kind of crazy. I just got one literally over here, my bad. But it's going to take a lot of spam likely calls, even our unknown calls, and it's going to screen every call. So basically, I think this feature is probably familiar with like Google, where it'd be like, you know, answer the phone from like, hey, this is such and such phone. Who's calling and what company are you calling from? That's what we're going to be getting, but it's going to come up as a notification. It's going to screen it, tell us the name, where they're calling from, and then after that, the phone will officially ring. Or you have the ability to pick up that phone if you want to or not. Once again, the spam calls gotta stop, bro. Like, I'm in the process right now, probably can change my whole phone number just because I'm getting these calls from New York, and I'm just like, dog, I don't want a loan. I don't owe nobody no money. What do you want? Like, it's crazy. And then the very last thing I do want to talk about is going to be the new camera functions as well. First of all, they're bringing back our tabs in the photo app, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know who told them to do what they did to our photo app right now. I don't like it. Give me iOS 17 stuff back, or 16, whichever one it was. I need it back now. Thank you very much. But that is coming over here to iOS 26. Thank God. Now, also on top of that, they are obviously putting the liquid glass functions inside of the camera function as well. So as of right now, when we do open up our camera app, there's a lot of different things that we do see on our screen, or we got to click buttons to get to the next, you know, let's say video resolution or frame rate for our phone camera. Now, instead of them doing that, they're actually going to open up a translucent menu that's going to show us everything that we want, instead of actually having to click on every single last one of the buttons. I just think that personally, having this feature instead of having to go through our settings app, this will change certain things. I have them already preset, or even having to straight up click the 4K button, the 2K button, the 1080p, giving me a menu option that is going to be so much better and so easier, especially with the iPhone 16s having the camera control button. My bad, got that good eye focus on this R5. But no, you know, with us having this camera control button, I mean, it makes more sense for us to have a more fluid camera function as well through the camera app. So therefore, Apple, kudos to you, not gonna lie. And then that's pretty much it on what I will really want to cover when it came with WWDC. Obviously, we already know there's gonna be a couple system-wide upgrades, but these few couple features that I did mention today, I think that everybody will actually enjoy these, just because these are like the most meaningful ones in my personal opinion, besides a couple other things. Like I said, apps are gonna get updated, system functions are gonna get updated. We're gonna have a lot more AI functions in our phones, or on these OS systems, I should say, the Apple ecosystem, but we're not actually going to be able to see all of these at all. So let me know what you guys think about WWDC. You think this was a hit or a miss? We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.